Hey, SonLight Power fans, Clay Luna, Kevin Sasson here from SonLight Power, coming to you from Rockdale Academy in Avondale, a neighborhood in Cincinnati. We're so excited about this site because in just a few months, we'll be installing solar power right here for an urban greenhouse that will impact this neighborhood of Avondale and of course the school behind us, Rockdale, and a nearby school from Cincinnati Public Schools. It's one of our first projects here in Cincinnati, and the cool thing about this is the collaboration involved. We have groups from the Cincinnati Zoo, Reds Community Fund, Cincinnati Children's, Procter & Gamble, and a lot of other Cincinnati brands coming together, sharing some light and love on the neighborhood of Avondale. Some staggering statistics to share with you, one of which is the life expectancy of someone growing up here in Avondale is a full 20 years less than someone growing up in nearby Anderson Township. It's crazy. And part of the reason for that is lack of nutrition, lack of quality food sources. And we're here to complement what's going to happen. Just behind us here will be an urban greenhouse that will be installed or created. And the solar power installed by SonLight Power will make that greenhouse net zero. So Clay, I know you're going to be leading that project. What excites you most about it?
Just like you mentioned with the Reds and the Children's Hospital and everyone else being a part of this project, just giving back. So SonLight Power, most of our videos that you've seen are us overseas in Haiti or Honduras or somewhere around the world, giving back to other missions and helping with that and doing something here local and as impactful as this project. Like Kevin said, there's just no feasible nutrition here in this area, and so to be able to have these children grow up and understand what it means to harvest their own food or collect rainwater or any of that stuff and be able to do that sustainably with solar power is a big thing to be able to give back to that community. So
yeah. So tell us a bit more about the system that we'll be installing to power the greenhouse and maybe even provide some auxiliary power for the school.
Sure. So right behind us here on this concrete pad that's not being used for anything anymore is actually going to go at greenhouse. It's going to be somewhere around 50 by 20, 50 by 30 feet. Surrounded with that was going to be trees and plants that the Cincinnati Zoo is going to come in and put in. But right behind that, there's a overhang here at the school that's going to be right behind the school. It's going to be visible from everywhere around. We're going to put in about 30 solar panels. It's going to be about a 13,000 watt solar system that's going to feed back into a battery, and all that's going to power this greenhouse. It's going to be completely self-sufficient. It's going to have its own power source, a dedicated power source, so if the power in the area goes out, we can actually have power when there's no power anywhere else, and it'll still be able to maintain their greens, their plants, and all the stuff they're growing inside of it.
Yeah, so we are super excited to share this with you as we go on. More updates to come. Again, impact right here in our own backyard in Cincinnati. Awesome stuff. For Clay, I'm Kevin. Continue to let your light shine. Love you guys.
See ya.